Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Informed in 5. Today's guest is Dr. Casey Stratton Gadke. She is the director of the T.K. Martin Center for Technology and Disability at Mississippi State University. And today she'll be sharing information about the center and its various programs and how they help individuals of all ages with disabilities across the state. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me to talk about the TK Martin Center and all of the wonderful things we do here at Mississippi State University as part of our research and service to Mississippi State. So 25 years ago, the TK Martin Center opened and was primarily an assistive technology center devoted to the entire state of Mississippi to serve folks through the lifespan with disabilities. And I think it's safe to say that as we've grown in the 25 years and new programs have developed, we've kind of found what needs were available in the community and have continued to develop programs to meet those needs to serve individuals through the lifespan with disabilities. But first and foremost, our home and love is assistive technology. So let me share a little bit about what that is. So I think most folks are unfamiliar with the term assistive tech or AT, and really that's any item, equipment, piece of technology or object that helps you meet your day-to-day needs, whether that's maintaining where your goals are or improvement in your functional capabilities as an individual who identifies with a disability. So that can be something that's really low tech, like a communication board. It could be you using a broom handle to get something off of a shelf. But it can also be really high tech, like assistive and augmentative communication devices. It could be computer access, screen readers, special keyboards. So what our team is designed to do is to do the evaluation and the assessment to see what is your assistive technology needs and how can we help you support those needs. Not only in identifying exactly what is unique for you, but also to train you on how to use that assistive technology in your day-to-day, whether that's at a school or on the job or in your own home. And so we have a great team that reaches out to folks to provide that again through the lifespan. We have Eddie Betties through folks in older age who come to us for assistive tech or our AAC needs. On the same realm of assistive tech, we also do seating and mobility evaluations to help folks who might need a manual or power wheelchair or modified furniture for their home or in their office to be able to, again, meet your day-to-day needs in that functional space. Adaptive driving can also be used for folks who might have paralysis or use a power manual wheelchair. And we also do vehicle modifications to determine if, even if you're not the driver, how can you best get in and out of your vehicle with success. We have an outstanding team, again, that provides this support for folks. And again, the training that would come with that. So once equipment might be installed on your vehicle, how can you feel comfortable in your day-to-day to use that? I think that's a really important service we provide here, especially given how rural Mississippi is. Being able to drive means you can get to work, it can get you out of the house, it can get you to your social activities. It's a really important part of our day-to-day life as adults. Beyond our AT services, which I could go on for days about, we also have a really outstanding preschool and elementary program that's called Project Impact. And in this school-based program, we serve about 40 to 50 children who have unique special needs, who are usually coming to us from the beginning ages of about 1 through their time to enter kindergarten, or to stay with us through that beginning elementary years for some of our students who might have more significant concerns that are just a bit more challenging to address in a large school system. And we work closely with districts to make sure we're meeting students' needs and their outcomes. They receive all of their therapies here in-house, and we have I think one of the most specialized teams in terms of how to make sure our students are receiving early intervention and getting caught up to where their peers are and to reach their fullest potential while they're here at TK Martin. With that, we also have an early intervention assessment team who goes out in the state and does evaluations for birth to 3. So we can not only serve students later, but also we've got to catch you when you're young to make sure you get those early intervention services. So we're thankful to our team that travels to do that work as well. We have an Ignite Dyslexia program at the center too. What that program is 2 hours of individual tutoring a week for students who might be falling behind in their reading skills. Thanks to some grants that we've received, that is currently covering the entire state of Mississippi. So folks who live close to us can receive that tutoring in person, but if they're at a distance, we can provide it virtually as well. So I think right now we're serving almost 70 students in the state of Mississippi through that reading program twice a week. It's really exciting to see the outcomes and progress as students are moving along there. We also have a really fun program called Express Yourself Art. And this is for folks to have engagement in the arts who might not otherwise be able to participate in maybe a community art class or in extracurriculars to meet their area of disability or area of concern. So we offer painting and ceramics. We've had some folks dabble with photography. And we have individual artists who come to that program to participate with our art coordinator. And then we also have classes. So we have a homeschool group currently that's meeting, as well as an after school group for children who are interested as well. But again, we serve through the lifespan in that program as well. I think that's kind of TK Martin Center in a nutshell. We are a grant and donor-based program, so we are always working hard to keep our services available and as free of cost and low cost for individuals throughout the state as possible. But we also serve as a great training resource for school districts and professionals to receive their continuing education, participate in our AT training series. But we're here to support the entire state of Mississippi. And what I really like is that if not a day goes by that I don't get a phone call from somebody who said, hey, I need this. And if it's not something TK Martin can offer, we have a whole host of folks that we're connected with to say, actually, you need to go here. And so even if you're not sure if TK is the best fit for something that you might need, or some family member or a student that you're thinking of, we're probably going to be able to connect you to the folks that you need to get connected to. Another service that we've recently added to the TK Martin Center is a behavioral psychologist has joined our team. She will be able to not only provide assessments for folks who might have atypical development, who has a mental health concern or behavioral concern, but also for parents who might be concerned if their child is exhibiting significant delays, such as, for example, with autism or an intellectual disability. She'll be on team to help us support that as well. We hope that that program can begin to expand into some more advanced ABA services in our future. So we're taking it a little slow step at a time to make sure we're set up and ready to do that and offer that to the community, but we are available now to do those evaluations too. Yeah, our service area is the entire state of Mississippi. So pretty much any service that we offer, if you're not able to come to us, we can come to you. So if that's in your home, at a school for serving a student, if it's at an employment site, we have traveled into nursing homes and care facilities, hospitals. We're there to meet where our clients need us. I can't say it enough how amazing our staff are. Not only do they have unique skill sets, but they work 100% as a team, even if they're not intended to be a team in that moment, which I think is the most amazing part about what they do and what I get to witness. That if somebody's here for an assistive tech evaluation meeting with maybe our speech therapist, that our rehab engineer might walk by the room and go, man, that wheelchair looks like it needs some updates, and come into the space and talk about how that chair could be better adapted to meet that individual's needs, as well as support the assistive tech that's going to be joining them on that chair. The same thing happens in our preschool program, and I see it in our reading program too, that our special education teacher might be needing some assistance with the communication device, and then the occupational therapist and physical therapist are all there with the student, not only helping to maybe relieve a muscle that's causing more difficulty with selecting the buttons on the icon, but to make sure the student's relaxed and calm and ready to learn and able to facilitate their body to be a part of that curriculum. So every single day our team comes together, and we have a really diverse team from speech, occupational, physical therapy. We have psychologists, behavior analysts on staff. We have special educators. We have teacher assistants. And from that, through our art program with our art coordinator, who works with all of those individuals to meet the needs of the folks who are coming in for that program as well. So I say our staff make it extremely easy for me to talk about how amazing they are. Well, what I probably enjoy the most about coming into this role, I'm about 2.5 years in, is not only getting to meet our clients and the community that we serve, but what I really love is that we serve through the lifespan. And I think that sometimes I know that it's really challenging for families to lose a service because they've aged out of something or it's not available anymore because of a certain age. And I like that that doesn't happen here. You know, you might end a time with a certain program, but that doesn't mean all of our programs end with you. So, for example, if somebody graduates from our preschool program, we're still here always to consult with their future school district, or if they have a challenge to come back in and receive training from our staff. And I see that carry over in that those folks return to us for assistive tech evaluations and seating and mobility evaluations. And we get to carry folks through their life in a way that has a really positive impact. And the fact that that's through the lifespan, I think is one of the greatest things that I get to watch. What do I hope for the future of TK? Oh, lots of things. There's many things that I think that we could do to help meet the greater needs of our community. But I think we have to be systematic and thoughtful in that. And that I hope in 25 more years, we're continuing to serve as many folks as we can throughout the state, maybe even the Southeast region. I think that we will continue to be a leader in advancing assistive technology and what those needs might be in our community, and always having the state of the art options for that too. That's my goal for our future. But I hope that we can bring in other specialties and other options that can serve folks with disabilities. But I think that's going to be on a needs basis, right? What services does Mississippi need, and how could we provide those? So I foresee many more needs assessments and additional growth as we move forward. So Mississippi State is not only our home for the TK Martin Center, but it's really important to me coming into this role that our staff do amazing service to the community, but they are also doing services that have not yet been researched, things that we haven't yet found out to know. How does this work best for a child with CP, or how would this work best for an adult with Down syndrome? And our staff just seem to figure out how to do it great. And we know it works, but having the research that shows it works is really effective. And with that, we can have a bigger impact than just in our state, with advanced publications, working with faculty to not only take what we're doing and apply that in a research world. That's the benefit of being at Mississippi State, one of the many. Of course, they provide this lovely space for us, so we're super thankful for that. But being able to work with world-class faculty, the outcomes of what their research can show, and that only might not build a new service for us, but it also could build more knowledge as folks age and we learn more about disabilities, of how do we best improve quality of life and help support folks in all areas of need. And that results in publication and dissemination of research. And so I think that's one of our best partnerships. Students. We have lots of students who come through the TK Martin Center. I would say on average in a year, we have between 100 to 400 students who come through our building for some type of training or experience, whether that's volunteering in our classrooms, coming to support the art program. Currently, I have about 20 student workers running the reading tutoring program with Ignite. So it's incredible the amount of training opportunities that are coming through us, which is important because we want students to go out and get jobs and be employed in Mississippi that have experience with disabilities and are doing best practicing really good work. So we do internships, and we also have TK Martin Center ambassadors who really are the folks to go out and let the community know we're here, support us with our fundraising, but also to help support us with volunteer opportunities at the center as well. Our largest fundraiser of the year is the TK Martin Center Fun Run. The last two runs we've had, we'll skip that terrible COVID year that we all had to give up, but have been trick or trot events. So we've had a little bit more of a costume and dress up and have fun fall festival theme. This is our largest fundraiser of the year. This last year, currently, we were able to raise $27,000 that helps support our Project Impact program. That was our largest fun run yet. So we're super excited. Of course, next year we want to top that goal again, but that's generous sponsors from our community and across the state who've given to help support that 1 mile run, walk, stroll, roll, whatever you want to do to get through it event that happens on campus. We have folks come, we had fire trucks this year. We had arts and crafts and games, face painting. It's just a really fun family event that is usually on a Friday or Saturday evening. Glow sticks and all, 1 mile stroll around campus. And we really hope to see as many folks involved in that as possible. As a grant funded and donor supported center, many of our programs are ran through grants, but some of our programs are through generous donations from folks. And given this is our 25th year, it's an exciting year for us at TK. So if you do have an interest or feel so inclined to help support the TK Martin Center, if you go to our website, tkmartin.msstate.edu, you can go to the giving tab, and from there you're able to make a donation to a specific program or to the center as a whole. We do have a partnership with JA of Starkville Junior Auxiliary. They have come to TK for a number of years, well before my time. And they come in monthly to provide a program for our special education students. That is not only a highlight of our students' day, but our staff as well, because we get to sit back and watch our students engage with community members and see that outcome. And so that could be anything from farm animals showing up at our front door that JA have delivered for a good field trip for our students, to craft activities, reading books in our classroom. They're really creative with their outcomes. They have also contributed greatly to our endowments and our yearly projects that we do for financial growth of the center and supporting our programs. Their support is just tremendously helpful, but I think that it goes without saying, if we didn't have groups like JA supporting us, our preschool and elementary program would not have survived this long. To provide a tuition-free program that's completely free of cost to families is only possible because of groups like JA and our other donors. If you're interested in reaching out to the TK Martin Center, you can call us at 662-325-1028. You can also follow us online at tkmartin.msstate.edu. And we're also available on Facebook at TK Martin Center for Technology and Disability. And you can follow us on Instagram as well at that same app.
Thank you for sharing that wonderful information, and I hope you have a great day.
So much for having me. It was such a pleasure.